the end of chapter 4. Now that you have these characters, and you can put yourself in this picture, you see these characters. Moses has been called, he sees the fiery furnace, the fiery burning bush, and he comes down. God gives him this mission. While he's there, Moses starts arguing with him, going, look, I'm not the guy to do this. I can't do this. And God says, all right, look, I'll prove to you that I'm really God. All right, come on. And so he says, all right. And God says, what's in your hand? He says, it's my shepherd's staff. God says, throw it on the ground. He throws it on the ground. It becomes a snake. He jumps back because in the desert you don't mess around with snakes. It's not like a little pretty garter snake or something. It's going to, kill you. And God says, okay, pick it up by the tail, which is a horrible idea. If you think about snakes, I'm biting my hand off. That's great, God. Good idea. So Moses reaches down, picks it up by the tail, becomes a staff in his hand again. Whoa, that's pretty cool. That's pretty exciting. So he does that, and then he says, okay, look now, what I want you to do next is put your hand inside your coat. He puts it in, he pulls it back out, and it's covered in leprosy. It's white and pussy, nasty, dead. Ew. Ah, he's scared of his own hand. God put it back to your hand. It's healed. Whoa, okay, that's pretty trippy. He says, they don't believe that. Take some water, pour it on the ground, and it'll become blood. Take some water from the Nile River, pour it on the ground, it'll become blood. So he comes back to the Israelites with Aaron, his brother, who meets him on the way. Verse 29 of Exodus chapter 4. Then Moses and Aaron returned to Egypt and called all the elders of Israel together. Aaron told them everything the Lord had told Moses, and Moses performed the miraculous signs as they watched. Then the people of Israel were convinced that God had sent Moses and Aaron. When they heard that the Lord was concerned about them and had seen their misery, they bowed down and worshiped. This is a beautiful picture. Here's the Israelites who were slaves. They did not own themselves. They were slaves. And yet I think that somehow they've gotten a little too comfortable with their slavery. I mean, if they really were such a big nation, why didn't they revolt from the beginning? Why did they say, no, we're not going to be slaves. We're God's people. There's no way you're going to put us in slavery. They accepted that slavery coming over them, right? And so Moses comes down and says, guys, we're going to be free, and we're going back to our own country. And they go, wow, that's a great idea. Why didn't we think of that? Let's do it. Who are you anyway? I'm Moses. How do you know this is going to happen? All right, look at this. This is really cool. Boom. Wow, it's a snake. Dude, do it again. Oh, I got another one. Watch this. Hand, nice. Shake hands. Good to see you. Ah! It's going. Again, great party tricks. They're going, okay, we're with you now, dude. Let's go. Let's do it. So they set up the appointment with Pharaoh. When you get to Pharaoh? Pharaoh, please, you're the great. They set up the appointment to go talk to Pharaoh. I went to an 8th grade graduation this week. Graduations are fun. 8th grade graduations are a riot. For anyone who's gone through 8th grade and an 8th grade graduation and into high school, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because when you're an 8th grader, you are the definition of awesome. You have got it going on. You are cool when you're an 8th grader. And you know, all of us know exactly what's going to happen. They're riding from this graduation high all the way to August. And when they go walking into high school, and suddenly they realize, I'm a freshman. And everyone looks at their cool strut and goes, not really. That's the way I think these guys are walking into Pharaoh. They got Moses who can throw his stick down on the ground and it can become a snake. We're with him. All right, let's do this. And they go strutting. The slaves go strutting in to see Pharaoh. Oh yeah, we're getting out of here. Let's do this thing. And they walk in. Moses and Aaron. This is what the Lord, the God of Israel says. Let my people go so they can hold a festival in honor of the wilderness. Yep. We're with him. Yep. Verse 2, chapter 5, we're here again. Is that so? Retorted Pharaoh. Really? You're an 8th grader. You're a freshman. You're not all that. In fact, you're a slave. Shut up. Really? And who is the Lord? Why should I listen to him and let Israel go? I don't know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go. faces on the Israelite elders who were with Moses and Aaron go in front to nice roll. Okay. Good job. Is it kitless for that? But it gets worse. Day one of the standoff turns into day two. Because at the end of day one, Pharaoh is ticked. Chapter 5, verse 6. That same day, Pharaoh sent the order to the Egyptian slave drivers and the Israelite foremen. Do not supply any more straw for making bricks. Make the people get it themselves, but still require them to make the same number of bricks as before. Don't reduce the quota. They're lazy. That's why they're crying out, let us go and offer sacrifices to our God. Load them down with more work. Make them sweat. That will teach them to listen to lies. And suddenly, the force of Pharaoh's wrath falls even greater on them. Suddenly now they have to make the same amount of bricks, and they have to supply their own materials, and they're on their own, and there's no help. And suddenly, the slavery gets worse. The slavery's power wraps itself around them and squeezes just a little bit more.